Trump did meet with Putin at the G20, despite insisting meeting was off ahead of summit.
Here's a summary of the article.
President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin held what the White House described as informal conversations at the G20 summit in Argentina. U.S. President Donald Trump looks at Russia's President Vladimir Putin as they take place for a family photo, during the G20 Leaders Summit in Buenos Aires, on November 30, 2018. As is typical at multilateral events, President Trump and the First Lady had a number of informal conversations with world leaders at the dinner last night, including President Putin, Huckabee Sanders said in a statement. Kremlin aide Yuri Ushakov said that Trump and Putin had a brief meeting on the sidelines of the summit Friday, reported Reuters. Huckabee Sanders did not disclose the content of their conversation, but in a press conference later Saturday Putin revealed that Trump had questioned him about Russia's seizure of Ukrainian ships in the Black Sea. Trump had cancelled a formal one-on-one meeting with Putin ahead of the summit over the situation in Ukraine, citing Russian aggression as the reason. In his press conference, Putin lamented that a formal meeting with Trump wouldn't take place.
This post received a score of 76,217, with an upvote ratio of 81%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
And it was very legal and very cool. Best meme phrase of the presidency so far.
Oh, I don't know, I don't stand by anything is peak Trumpiness. Possibly the only true thing he ever said.
Was it as good as I'm one of the most humble people you'll ever meet, because that was just gold? Or, since it's Trump, fool's gold. Or, no, just a spray-painted rock.
And of course his supporters claimed it was a joke. Which he probably believes himself now. He has dementia after all.
Possibly he does not even remember it. If people bring it up it is new for him, he will either stick by it, not even knowing the context, or deny he ever said that. He denies a lot of things he said.
Trump publicly announces that he's not meeting with Putin, and Secretary of Defense Jim Mattis says Russia is continuing to attack U.S. elections. Meanwhile, Trump holds informal conversations secretly with Putin anyway.
For those wondering, the source is the Kremlin themselves. A Putin aide admitted to the meeting taking place.
They want an implosion and the complete loss of faith in government.
That's exactly how I read it. It doesn't really matter if Trump and Putin did or didn't meet. The important fact is that Trump himself said they wouldn't meet. Now Russia is free to say they did amid a hostile climate, and it's nearly impossible to prove that Trump upheld his word. It's easy to get wrapped up in the dumb shit that occurs daily, but this could very well be an easy-to-lay, hard-to-prove lie that adds to the distrust.
In case it's not clear, this is just one example of Russia meddling in our elections.
Trump already has a history of meeting with Russians without telling anyone, and us only hearing about it thanks to Russian news, so his ability to say this is just an attempt to make us lose trust in him is shot because we have no reason to trust him.
Cancel the official meeting for superficial appearances, have the informal one without records or witnesses that they'd always planned to have.
Yep.
No one saw this coming. Lying Trump.
Literally no one could have predicted all of these things, except all the completely normal people who did out of overwhelming sense of obviousness.
The NK thing was the best example. Don't you want peace in Korea? Yes, but a blind idiot could see Trump as not the person to achieve it. Would have been great to be wrong, but it was pretty clear to everyone but Cult 45 that it wasn't going to work. Then as soon as it didn't work they just stopped bringing it up. Meanwhile, before he even did anything they were clamoring for him to get a fucking Nobel Peace Prize. Crazy bastards.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.